What's going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen today, we're talking about SoFi stock once again. And finally, today, we are in the green. Some great news that SoFi shareholders, SoFi the stock, SoFi the company, even people who are just kind of following it, maybe you're on the fence about buying into it, whatever, not wanting to catch a falling knife, I don't know. News and a day that so many people need. And even if you're not involved in SoFi stock, this was an awesome day for the market. Dow Jones up 0.5%, S&P is almost up a full percent, Nasdaq's up 1.5%, Russell's up 1%. This was something we've all been needing. I'm sure most of your portfolios have been a little bit beat down so far in 2022. I do believe for SoFi stock, this is their very, very first green day of 2022. And it was a massive one. It was 4.26% up today. Again, if you've been buying the dip throughout 2022, even just the couple of trading days we had, you're having a decent year all of a sudden. You could be up so far, and that's really, really exciting. But today we are going to be talking a little bit about SoFi, a new article that somebody put out about how SoFi could potentially 2x or more even just in the year of 2022. So that's pretty exciting stuff. Definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I would appreciate that a ton. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content, and consider checking out the first link in the description below for our Patreon. All of that money in that Patreon goes directly into the YouTube portfolio that we track over time on this channel, showing you guys that it is possible to grow a small portfolio from $100 to hopefully $100,000 plus one day in the future. But with that being said, let's get right into this. Again, this is an awesome day that SoFi absolutely needed. We were down almost 4.5% in the last month. We were down 6.5% in the last 5 days, which is crazy. And again, year to date, even after this nice little update here, we're still down 11%. So that is rough. But again, a 4.5% update today. That is a good start. That is a good turnaround. And we have this article from Investor Place where one of their contributors says SoFi stock could hit $30 in 2022, and again, we are right now trading at $13.94, and yesterday we were trading as low as what, $12.86. So having a potential $30 price target, not in the future, not 2 years from now, not 3 years from now, not 5 years from now. Generally you're trying to double your money in the stock market in 5 years. That's a pretty average market returns, pretty good returns over time. But if you can double in just a single year, that's obviously a very, very rare and very, very exceptional and interesting opportunity. So let's dive into this a little bit. This guy, a couple of his main reasons, obviously the big catalyst, which I know people who follow SoFi stock really, really closely know there is a ton of big potential catalysts headed into 2022, but also even further into the future. It seems like good news should just keep coming out about this company, and that obviously for the stock as well. But the company's investors have a lot to look forward to in 2022. The most significant catalyst is the approval of its national bank charter. We all know that. We've been talking about on this channel that bank charter is going to be a massive, massive deal. And I hope, and I wanted to say I hope it's not already priced in. I hope it's not a buy the rumor, sell the news type deal. But again, when I look at this graph, it doesn't look like it's priced in. We're down 15% in the last 6 months. It doesn't look like, any kind of good news is priced in. So even though a lot of people are anticipating that bank charter soon, expecting that bank charter soon, it's coming at a time where the stock is beat down pretty badly overall. We're down from a 28.26 52-week high sitting at 13.94. I think it is going to be very, very good. I think it's going to be a big catalyst. By obtaining a national bank charter, SoFi will be able to grow its lending business. It will significantly reduce its cost of borrowing by not having to rely on third-party capital, and it will increase its profitability. It's good in so many different ways. They do believe that it will add an estimated $300 million in EBITDA by the year 2025, which is a 25% bump, and even better, it estimates a 78% bump to adjusted EBITDA in 2022 if it gets this bank charter, this national bank charter. The 9 analysts who cover the stock believe it will break even in 2023. That is another huge catalyst when companies make the shift from unprofitability, burning money, paying for all that growth and everything, to becoming profitable, to becoming profit-making machines eventually. But even just breaking even and starting to make a little bit of money, not losing money, is a massive, massive catalyst in the stock market. Usually, if you are in a stock when it makes the flip from unprofitable to profitable, you're going to have some pretty good returns. And again, that is expected in 2023, which is way, way, way down the line. But people who think that's going to happen, people who think maybe analysts are even selling a little bit short and SoFi is going to make a decent chunk of change in 2023, you're able to load up right now. You're able to, just buy the dip, buy a bunch of shares, accumulate as much as you can, and potentially have a big breakout if that does happen in 2023. But and just seeing how much they're able to grow into the future. The average target price is 24.25 from the 9 analysts. Again, we're at $13.94 right now, so 24.25. It would be a nice little run up from here with the high and low targets of 30 and 19. So even the low end, you're not going to end up with a terrible return if it goes from 14 to 19, especially just in the course of 1 year. But the bottom line on SoFi stock, Rosenblatt Securities analyst Sean Horgan recently lowered his 2022 revenue estimate by $40 million or 3% due to the 3-month extension of the student loan moratorium. That obviously sucks. SoFi, not a huge part, but a significant part of what they have going on, or just an additional revenue stream that they're potentially missing out on is student loan refinancing. Obviously, with the moratoriums keep getting pushed back and keep getting pushed back and keep getting pushed back, that is preventing people from, further refinancing with SoFi, from further paying back all these loans for SoFi to be able to collect all that interest and all that money and stuff. So if that thing does, if the moratorium does end in May, this will be a very, very big catalyst. But again, missing out on months and months and months of more people refinancing, more people paying, all this stuff, definitely hurts SoFi in the short term. But again, I don't expect that to be a long-term issue. As a result, he cut his price target by $2 to $28. However, he still considers it a high conviction buy. So it might not hit $30 in 2022, but at the very least, aggressive investors are likely to make money over the next year buying in the mid-teens where it currently trades. Long term, like my colleague, I continue to view it as an excellent investment. That said, you can be sure it will be a volatile climb to $30 and beyond. And he kind of talks about that up above as well, that this stock, it's going to have a lot of ups and downs. It has a lot of naysayers. It has a lot of critics. It has a lot of haters. It has a lot of people that love it and people that are buying the dip and people that are talking about it and people that make content about it and post about it and tweet about it and all this stuff. There's so many people that are both excited, and not excited about this thing. At the top, he does say that they did have an article from Investor Place, a recent article suggesting that SoFi is one of the best cheap stocks under $20 to buy in 2022. That's another great sign. This is great publicity. This is great news. And then this guy, personally, this Will Ashworth, he does say that as fintechs go, he really likes SoFi stock. And that's obviously where this article begins and kind of what is going on here and what his whole point of writing this was. So again, more good news, more good publicity, more people talking about this positively to, their audiences, their different fan bases, all that stuff, to their different readers, to their constituents. That is always going to be very, very good because, when you see a stock that's kind of been beaten down recently, there can be a lot of negative sentiment. There can be a lot of FUD. There can be a lot of just negativity overall in the air. So having people, recommending people to buy the dip, recommending people that, hey, this is a good opportunity. This might be a good investment. This might be a good play. And just speaking positively about SoFi stock and the opportunities and catalysts they have in the future, I think is really, really exciting. And if SoFi can even hit on, a portion of all the things they have planned and all the things they have going on for the future, I think this could be a very, very exciting stock and company, 2, 5, 10 years from now. But obviously, no financial advice, no investing advice, nothing like that in this video. I'm not telling you to throw your life savings into SoFi stock. I'm not even telling you to buy it or sell it. I'm just letting you know what some other people are saying, covering the news, covering what's going on in the markets. And I think it's pretty entertaining and fun because, man, SoFi is a volatile one. Look at all these peaks and valleys. This thing is always moving. But today was a good day. Today was a massive, massive update for SoFi. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about SOFI. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.